Hey everybody, welcome to the Faeforge Academy. Oh, I just realized, Chris, your camera's off. For whenever you want to change that, but take your time. Welcome to the Reclamation Project. I am not your GM today, Steven. I am the producer and showrunner for all things Faeforge Academy. A couple things before we get started. First off, we are part of the Roll20, I guess formerly Spotlight program. They're changing the name and I don't remember what it's called.
I don't either.
But the other one. Anyways, thanks Roll20 for supporting us with all the cool free stuff we have on Roll20. So if you need some virtual tabletop stuff, go to roll20.net. One of those.
You had it right the first time.
Shit.
We're professionals.
I panicked. I panicked. Also, more important than that, we have one overarching rule here at the Faeforge Academy, and that is respect. We respect people's identities, who they are. That means we don't use any form of bigotry, and being in our stream means you're part of a social contract agreeing to that. So if you try to circumvent that in any way, if you use any bigotry towards people's identities, who they are in any way, shape, or form, we will kick you out and we will never let you back in. Even if you're like, oh, it was just a joke, because jokes hurt people. So that's where we stand on that. We're also affiliated with Greenleaf Geek. If you need beautiful, 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 beautiful dice, go to greenleafgeek.com. You can use the code Faeforge on checkout there. As well as Found Familiar Coffee. If you are like me and you need coffee to function even remotely like a human being, go to foundfamiliar.com and use the code Faeforge there. Both of those things support the stream and the podcast. Yeah, let's meet who we've got around the table today. And let's start with Leona.
I was totally muted. Hello. I was saying, I hope I'm not muted, and then I was like, oh wait, yes I am. I am Leona, and today I am playing our beautiful Clockwork Soul Warforged, now also a Peace Cleric, precious being, confused as all can be, Sunflower.
B.
Hello all, I'm your non-binary busy bee. I am playing Morticia and Adam. And y'all, we got some levels up. So I'm just sitting here researching how bardy do I want my new bard to be, because we've had a lot of changes and Morticia isn't as soul collecting as she used to be, our little fairy rogue bard. Now she's trying some new things.
Soul guiding.
Yeah.
Prince.
You know, when you said that, I was like, in Beyonce's singing voice, I was like, we like the body. No, anyway. Hello, everyone. I'm Prince, also known as Doubles and Dice. I will be playing...
Drasus. You're playing Drasus.
Drasus. The old. Blood Hunter Fighter now. And both of our pronouns are he, him. Drasus is feeling a little bit radiant.
Ooh, radiant. And our illustrious GM, Chris.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Chris Geary, and I will be the GM of the Reclamation Project for you for this episode and one more. Can you believe it? Our season is nearly complete. My pronouns are he, they, and I will be filling in the rest of the world for you all.
Yeah. And one last thing, and then we've got a little bumper video. A huge way to help us as a stream is I just put the go live tweet in chat. Tell people that you're here, having a good time, and we're gonna have some fun. So unless anybody else has anything, are we ready for our video? All right.
Many cultures include rebirth in their lore. However, the specifics of rebirth may take various forms. For some, it is return from death into life. For others...
Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to fix something real quick. I just switched back. Because for some reason that was sized wrong. It changed size since I did the thing.
I could vamp if you want to press the button.
No, we're live right now. I'm telling the people the things.
So while you're clicking those, I have decided College Bard of Spirits.
Ooh.
I didn't know it existed until right now. I've never researched bards, but it's really cool. I can't figure out how many spells I need though. That's not clear, like at all. But I get to talk to spirits. So like we don't need Kiro translating with his like weak ass rune reading. I could just pitch to the spirits now.
I had no clue that was a bard college. That's heckin' cool. Heckin' cool.
I had no idea.
Oh my gosh, Retsev, holy smokes, thank you so
Tasha's,
much.
Right? Yeah, it was in Tasha's.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
also, hey, thank you for the subs.
So apparently the studio mode won't let me readjust the size of the video unless it's the only screen up. So we're gonna go to the video and I'm gonna resize it real time. So
yeah, let's do it live.
Yeah,
we're doing it live.
All right. Good luck to me.
Many cultures include rebirth in their lore. However, the specifics of rebirth may take various forms. For some, it is return from death into life. For others, it is an awakening to the world around them. For our 4 heroes, rebirth is a reclaiming of their identities, taking control of who they are from the influences that once molded their beings. The battle of the Eightfold Forge ended with the rebirth of many, our heroes, Tekwar, and even the Orders of 8. What each individual does with this resurgence of self, only the future may know. But we can pause to appreciate the strength of will it took for each one to shed that which trapped them in order to flourish anew. Join our 4 friends as they bid farewell to Tekwar and the Eightfold Forge. For now.
It's over to you, Chris.
Oh, welcome back. And we are going to carry on from where we were. If you remember, there was a bit of restoration that happened at the Eightfold Forge. And I know toward the end, one of the pleas was downtime. While it's not exactly a rest, there's not going to be any fighting yet, unless, of course, our heroes decide to instigate it. But they have the opportunity to meet face to face with Tekwar Emberite, who ended up being resurrected when Brina and Vincent restored the defenses of the Eightfold Forge. So, I'm going to assume in the aftermath some cleanup happened, and all of you, we're going to set the scene. We're in that center room with the huge table, and there are the 4 of you and the 3 from the ship, not the captain, and then the 5 who ended up getting resurrected. Tekwar, another fire giant, and 3 Goliath-sized Warforge, or Soulbound, as they're known in Evastria. And if you remember, there were 12 seats around that massive table, and there's 12 of you, which worked out perfectly. I did not plan that. Well, I should say 11 seats, because one of them got used as a battering ram.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Probably not much of it lives.
I mean, it's kind of a stool that could be reclaimed, but, I'm sure that if, someone asks nicely, Morticia might share a chair with them.
We must reclaim the chair. It must become a stool.
I mean, I only cut the back off it. It still has legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect for
There
me.
you go.
I mean, it might have like some holes in it or stuff.
Again, still fine. I could drop things through the holes.
So when all is said and done, we'll have you all sitting around the table with the opportunity to figure out where you are, what's going on, and what other questions you might have. So who wants to ask the first question, or what's on your mind in the aftermath of what just went down?
So, what the fuck? Are we all sitting at this table like
Yeah.
nice?
Yeah.
She'll fly up to like put her hands on the table like to try and rest her chin, but she'll have to float because there's no way she's gonna reach normally.
Yeah.
So, hi, new friends. Hi, welcome to being alive. How's it going?
Tekwar will speak and say, well, it's unexpected. What I guess first I should say is, well, when is this?
Vincent will just say the appropriate time and date.
Okay. Well then, it's that's a thing. So the defenses were put in place to protect this space during the war, and it seems they were never used until now. Who activated them?
Vincent will kind of raise his hand and then, or actually, Kiro will kind of raise his hand and point over at Brina. Say, it was, I think it was the two of us. What war? What was the last year you remember?
Tekwar will kind of think for a moment and look to one of the soulbound, who will speak up and say, rattle off probably like 9 to 18 months, somewhere in that range, prior to the apex of the shattering. Lord Tekwar was, well, assassinated during the war.
Whoa! How'd it happen?
Precursors.
Like, was it a crossbow? Was it poison? Was it like secret demon monsters that nobody saw? Give me
The
details.
last one.
Nice.
It was a demon assassin.
Secret demon.
Can I
Terrifying.
Can I high five Tekwar?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm gonna fly up.
And the massive giant hand will raise to yours. and
Yes,
snap
I have
right
to fly
front
in
of you.
first. Yeah, thank you. Otherwise, I'll get smushed. You're good at this.
Wow, so that's like 3,000 years ago. It's a long time.
Yeah. Yes, my faith preserves me, and part of the defenses had contingency spells, including a resurrection should I be needed again. I truly expected when I was dying that I would have been resurrected during the war, not so many years after.
Huh. Well, surprise.
Yeah, we actually don't know that much about the war, except that it seems like everything went to hell, and like the gods and magic left our world for a long time. So, I guess that's your update. That's your world history update.
Well, due to my untimely demise, and he kind of scans the soulbound that are before you, and the lack of knowledge keepers amongst our soulbound, I may not be able to tell you much more than what you know about the war itself.
Well, what I may be able to tell you is this. I think perhaps you are needed now more than ever. Whatever happened in the past is in the past, but it seems that bigger things are afoot now that threaten to really shake up the balance of this world.
Oh, what sorts of things might that be?
Kiro spoke to his celestial, right? I think that's where we found out that stuff is happening. I think so much has happened. I'm not quite sure when and where we learned about this. It's been quite a day.
Yeah, someone connected to Leon Tell spoke to me. I mean, there's enough bad things that I was able to make a deal with a demon or devil of some sort. So they have some power here. But what I've read from your time is that magic was everywhere, that everyone could use it. And that's
Indeed
not true. Most people haven't even seen anything done with magic. Most people are scared of it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see
Not
at
cool.
that moment that Tekwar kind of tests his own like magical essence, and just kind of raises a hand, and you'll see it engulf in fire, and then he'll close it and put it away, wondering.
That scares the crap out of most people.
I imagine many things about me might scare the crap out of most people, as you put it.
Life comes at you fast. That, yeah.
So, some weird things happened with the defenses, and something with this big fella's sword and his son's soul, and sort of like you, I was dead for a while, and I think I'm not dead anymore. And so I guess I just have sort of to echo Morticia's earlier question. What the fuck is happening?
Well, part of the defensive magics were to restore that which, well, defends this particular building, this location. I would not be surprised if walls were renewed and objects were repaired, and a variety of things. Each of the Order of Eight petitioned a power, a godlike power, to grant a form of limited wish upon the energy stone used to power the defenses,
Huh.
That's a
targeting different aspects of the defense of the Eightfold Forge.
It's a very handy skill.
We were preparing for war. A war that the gods knew would be costly. And they imbued enough energy into it that it seems to have lasted the ages. I would have to take full account of this space to know whether or not it is back to fully functional, or if there is anything missing due to degradation of the magics upon the power stone. But that's basically what occurred. Was the equivalent of wish magic, to cast a variety of spells in very targeted manner. And you'll notice that the room is pristine. The table, everything but the chair that was destroyed by Drasus in the event is back to the way it once was, including the stones that Morticia had taken. The ones that she's given as gifts are still there, but they've been replaced where they were removed. And the walls are clean, and it looks like it's been maintenanced recently, for lack of a better term. And to your question, like in reference to it, the other fire giant will start to utter something in giant. So Drasus, you would pick up on it, and it's an incantation calling forth the Orders of Eight to bring knowledge and wisdom. And runes on the table shimmer and glow for a moment and then fade back into the wood. And knowing where they are, you can kind of see it in the I forget what it's called now, the veins, the wood itself, and in the way that they've inlaid different pieces of wood and overlapped things, that it's like, oh, that was always there, but without knowing it, it just kind of looks like a fancy wood table. And each of you will find yourselves noticing things about certain people at the table. You will see a set of spectral wings behind Drasus. Celestial spectral wings. There's a sort of like wreath-like crown hovering above Kiro's head.
Wow.
There's a glimmer of, not a glimmer, I should say. There are flashes that you could think of like lightning that happens behind clouds, occurring behind Sunflower, as though she is the cloud. Nice. Love it, Leona. And you'll notice more than you had before. Like, Adam is much more present, as are the shadows in the vicinity of Morticia, almost as though the shadows are waiting for to be commanded in some way. Tekwar also is notably like there's this halo of fiery light around them, and this you'll find a radiant sort of energy around the siblings, and there's a stone-like overlay on Brina's skin. Tekwar
I'm
will.
not the only one seeing this, am I?
No, all of you are seeing it.
Oh
Absolutely.
no,
Well,
I
Drasus
think
is
your
saying
wings
this
are
out
nice.
loud, just to make sure he's not losing it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see some wings. I see that crown is really cool. I probably should have got Kira. I'll get you a leaf to add to it. And like electricity, that's a good look for you, Sunflower. You're very sparky.
Charged up.
That was it. That was it. I lost the thread of it, and you reined it right
Love
back
it.
in.
And it looks like your friend is here.
Who?
That's
Adam.
is
Oh, my bestie! Wave at. Yeah, okay. Adam's waving.
Mhm.
yeah. No, we can see it now.
Ah!
That's
We can all be friends now.
actually
Adam
kind of
gets
reassuring.
really bummed about. Huh? What?
It's just kind of reassuring that. Anyways.
I wasn't talking to myself this whole time. Only like half the time. Come on, Kiro.
Perfect.
What is all this, anyways?
Tekwar smiles and says, "It is good to know that the Order of Eight exists in this era."
I wouldn't say exists any more than like in the last 45 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, it hasn't really existed. We've certainly heard a lot about it since we got here. But other than that, I don't think it's existed in a long time.
The Orders of Eight are those who carry their teachings, their missions with them. Whether those missions have been rerouted or misguided or something of the nature is a different conversation. But in each of you, well, in many of you, they live on. And you note that Tekwar will kind of pause, and as he gazes on each of you, he's just kind of like taking it all in. And he looks to Drasus and he says, "Sumak would be proud. He was principled. That did not mean that every choice was easy or every choice felt like the right choice.
Yeah, I
But
can
with-
understand that.
Without principles, there can be no honor." In you, I can see that part of him live on. And that is what we, the Nephilim Syndicate, aspire to continue. With your permission, I would like to continue the syndicate from this place.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Is Drasus like in charge of the syndicate?
The last leader was of his lineage, and being that Sumac Honorheart is no longer with us, for me to act in the name of the syndicate, I would need the blessing of him or whoever would be, I guess, of his spirit and lineage. And since Drasus here wields Relentless, I assume he must have a connection to that lineage.
Congratulations, young buck.
You got it, old man. You're looking a little spry these days.
Speaking of, and he will turn to one of the soulbound Goliaths and nod, and they will get up from the table. And if you remember, beneath the bookcases, there were compartments. And the soulbound will walk over to the compartment and press its hand against it and push in and turn, and it pops out.
Oh, damn.
And behind it, he pulls out a couple or two different, we'll say bundles. And they place them in front of first Morticia and then Kiro. Then they go to another one and open it and pull out a bundle and place it in front of Prince, and another one in front of Brina, and then another goes to, and then they go to another one and pull out a couple bundles and place in front of Sunflower and the siblings, and closing them up as they finish. And the Tekwar will add, these are stashes of the orders of 8. They are items created for them who, or those of their lineage who were not able to claim them during the time of the war.
Oh.
They are now yours to be had.
Wait, you're giving us gifts?
Indeed.
Fuck. Can I like perception check to find like a really cool looking piece of rubble on the ground?
Oh.
There's no rubble left.
Fuck.
Morticia.
Yeah, do you have anything, Kiro?
Well, no. Sometimes friends can just give a gift, and the best response is just to say thank you.
But isn't friendship a mutual exchange?
Sometimes. It doesn't always have to be a transaction, though.
Oh. So, I can accept this, and there's no... You're not expecting anything back from me, right? I could find some leads, I just don't have any on me right now.
I am expecting nothing in return.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
These are items whose original owners would be honored that you have them. And before each of you is a, I described these to you before we went live. So in front of Morticia, in the bundle, there is a heavy crossbow, much like what Morticia is used to using, and the difference though is the tips of the bow have claws, like it's shaped as the claws of what's the name of that creature? It's a Fae creature. Meanlock's claws.
Okay.
They're known for, which infuse the weapon with an essence of powerful negative emotions like terror and despair.
Cool.
This item is, Tekwar will let you know that the item is of the order called the Guild of the Grim Mark. They were how do I put this? Assassins of the gods.
I was gonna say cute and fluffy. Okay, we're on different pages.
They were known to be those who were found in the shadows and made sure that others who could not protect themselves were not exposed to harm.
Very cool.
And this crossbow was made specifically for one of the most prolific of their guild. It is unfortunate that it seems they were never able to use it, which means something befell them.
Oh.
But I am honored to be able to pass it on to a new generation who may use it to further protect the pantheon of the Fae.
Thank you. I feel honored. I once gave a friend a really shiny rock, and they said that was the best day of their life. I think this might be the best day of my life.
Now, fair warning.
Mm-hmm.
An item of this power will require you to be vulnerable in order to activate its power to its fullest.
I know the word vulnerable, but what does that look like?
When you attune to this item, it will call upon your greatest fears or worries. To challenge whether or not you are worthy of it.
Oh. Huh. Okay. I will accept this tentatively, but I got questions. I'm just gonna touch it a bunch and then I'll have the questions in a moment. I gotta do some reading.
Okay. Kiro, within the bundle, you'll find a golden laurel wreath crown. And when you touch it, it feels as though it were living plant material, though it clearly is made of gold. It is the crown of the honored patron.
Flinches at the word patron.
I can see in you that which is the members of the Patrons of the Abundant Thread. They were powerful influencers in the world, connected to many folk, connected to knowledge, secrets, and people alike. They used their influence in order to, shall we say, give an advantage to our cause. Whether or not you have a history of bending the will of others, I can say this much. If the crown feels alive to your touch, then you too are alive. If the crown feels cold and metallic, then you are no longer here amongst the living.
I think Vincent won't say anything at first, but he'll kind of, Kira will kind of run his fingers along the leaves and feel them. So this order use their resources to help others, is what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm probably not the right one for that.
Why would you say that?
I have had a lot of resources in my day. I don't know.
How you have used your resources makes little impact on how you can use your resources going forward. It is a matter of direction, not a matter of history.
Just nod. And instead of putting the crown on his head, he's gonna open it and almost wear it like a necklace. I don't need a symbol of a crown of power, of lording over other people. But I'll wear this because it does feel alive.
Understood. Drasus, within the bundle, you will find armor, spiked armor, much like what dwarves are known to create and use amongst their fiercest of fighters. And Tekwar will let you know that this armor was created for Sumac. It is a pity that Sumac was never able to wear it, apparently. But it is in the right hands now.
I think Drasus is slowly kind of touching over the armor. And you see him, prick a finger on one of the spikes. And you see the armor start to glow with a radiant light on it. for flavor's sake,
Mhm.
I am using my Rite of Dawn,
Nice.
my armor.
Tekor will smile and nod approvingly. In front of Sunflower in the bundle, you will find a robe. The cloth is a swirl of black and dark blue with silvery blue streaks of energy along the sleeves, across the shoulders, and upon the hood. It has 3 larger energy bursts along each sleeve. In you, soulbound, spirit of the primal storm lives on. And this here is one of their most prized robes.
Have I heard that name before? The Primal Storm.
That's a really
I was
cool name.
thinking- Yeah, I'm not sure if we heard Ophelia say it or not, so I'm trying to remember out of character if she knows that name or not.
Out of character, I don't believe that Ophelia has said it in game,
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay.
but roll percentage dice for me regardless.
Sure. Mine does not. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so you will feel an urge to put it on coming from deep inside yourself.
Okay. I will listen to that urge and I will put it on. She's very curious about this primal storm thing, but
Mhm.
she'll do it. The gut instinct is telling her to do.
The world around you kind of goes black again, like it's happened before, and there's a tingling sensation that you feel upon, well, you would feel upon your skin had you had skin, but feel upon your surface, like energy coursing across it, but not penetrating it. And you see Ophelia standing before you. She's wearing the robe.
You again.
She is very pleased in this moment. Yes. Power. Power of the ages. The connection to the age of lore is strong. Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that if we can harness it, we can live eternal like the gods. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath in, like she's trying to meditate upon such an idea, let it wash over her in some way.
As an eternal being, as a soulbound, I don't know if being eternal like a god is all that it's cracked up to be honest.
Foolish nonsense. It is an honor to live forever. Do you know how much you can learn? Do you know how much you can do? Do you know how much influence you can have?
Maybe, but is it really worth it? Why? Someone called me Ophelia, but that's your name. Are you my ancestor?
She grins and looks at you. Oh, sweet summer flower. Do you really not remember?
No.
She takes a few steps towards you and just reaches out with her hand. And she strokes your cheek. I am you.
Then you are my past.
I am everything you don't remember.
Huh. You seem very different from me. Like, similar but different.
You can't tell me that you don't feel it too. The urge to be the best. I mean, feel the power of the robe. Do you understand what kind of rush we could use or receive?
Yes, I feel that urge deep inside me, but at the same time, I don't know if I want it. I mean, something that powerful is so dangerous.
I've seen you in combat. You don't shy away from it. You know the rush I talk about. You know the power that I speak of.
Yes.
Why deny it?
I think I'm trying to find a balance for it. Not deny it. It's allowed to exist, but if that is the only thing that exists, then why don't I remember you if you're so powerful and all of this other stuff?
Because of that witch.
What witch?
She promised me immortality and tricked me into giving up who I was.
Something happened to us, huh?
I will not speak her name. It gives her power. I will give her no more power.
So what do we do now? You're me and I'm you. You're my past, I'm your present. How do we move into the future?
Accept this, accept me. And together we will be unstoppable. Your immortality, all of my knowledge, all of the power coursing through my being, our being. We can rule this society of the primal storm.
What will that gain us? What will we get from being immortal and ruling a society?
And like what she knew and read of the history of the Age of Lore, and there are snippets of this society amongst it, starts to come back to your memory, and you see bits and pieces of their prowess as battle mages, their influence in courts, their ability to bend by sheer presence the wills of others. Most of the time it was through awe, many of them, but some more ambitious and less discerning members took liberties and were less kind in their use of their power, saying the ends justify the means.
Do I see Ophelia as one of those people?
Ophelia seems to be focused on those passages of what you remember more than others.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Give in to me and give me our power."
I'm not so sure, Ophelia. You say it's our power and that I should give in to you, but I don't know, it's kind of weird that my past is asking me to give in to her. What are you fighting for here?
I'm fighting to be alive again.
But you are. I'm right here.
No, I've been denied. And with that, she will cast a witch bolt.
Ah, no!
Oh,
No!
Yes. All right, so
Fighting with myself. Fighting with myself.
So go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh my god. What does it like
Twice.
we're all vibing here? Or
Yep.
and, like what does this look like for
Yeah,
Ophelia? Or
I'm like, did she zone out?
So,
Did she
yeah,
zone out?
Sunflower just kind of like puts on the robe and then pauses, like, you know, just like almost like a mannequin, and you can see energy kind of dancing across the exposed parts of Sunflower's like body, and there are like if you were to gaze into Sunflower's eyes, you see what looks like thunderstorms in her pupils. So yeah, that's kind of what y'all see. And
is it just Sunflower rolling initiative?
for right now, yes. And
That's
then we will
Yes.
add the rest
Oh,
of you
yes.
in after
Cool.
the first round.
cool.
Roll initiative now for Ophelia.
Oh god. It's the same initiative, isn't it?
Yep.
Ah! Well, at least I got the crit on that one.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay. So she gets the surprise round, but you will go before her. Okay. So
oh my.
let's go ahead
Oh,
and
Leona, do you have like the page for your level like max character? Like
sure
you're just
do.
fighting with yourself
Oh,
using
I
two
sure
different
do.
character
I mean,
sheets.
I'll just toss it in our Discord, and anyone who wants to go nuts with you know
Oh, that would
the
be
old
great.
Warcaster can absolutely do so.
Let's do it as a team.
Oh my god, basically tag teaming against me. Terrifying. I love it. I love it. This is a nightmare. It's great. Here y'all go. Have at Ms. Ophelia Sinclair.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Emojis.
So, excellent. I just want to make sure I have the right bonuses. Excellent. And Witch Bolt is... range spell attack. All right. So we're going to do this. 1d20 plus 9. 26. To hit. Which I assume hits, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And... oh, what's the damage on Witch Bolt?
A lot.
1d12 per slot. And we're just doing it at level 3. So
Just level 3, no big deal.
3d12. 23 points of damage.
Okay. Fine.
All right. Now, everyone now will actually see Sunflower's body like jerk and how, well, why don't you describe how Sunflower would respond to the attack. Sorry, I lost the word.
To the presence of Witch Bolt on hitting
Yep.
her.
Mhm.
I don't even know like where the magic would even like come from. If it like shoots from like opposite her, if it just seems like she's just been hit by an invisible force. But I think
It'll
because-
emanate from inside her and then
Oh,
outward.
sheesh. Okay, well in that case, it's just you just see like a shoulder fly back, and then it's just like her body just like twitching uncontrollably, just like she kind of stumbles backwards, like it's almost like she's like looking for a wall or something to grab to hold her up, but she looks, well, I keep forgetting her face doesn't move. But if there was ever body language to indicate terror, this is it.
Pupils dilate.
Yes.
The storm intensifies in them.
Oh no.
And how does Sunflower respond?
Ooh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm looking really quickly to see if there's a thing that I can do. I think as this is going on, Sunflower's just kind of screaming at Ophelia like, what are you doing? You've absolutely lost your mind. You can't do this. If you kill me, you're dead as well.
What little you know about soul magic.
This isn't right. This isn't right. And okay, I don't have the
Might
thing that I thought
makes right, child.
I disagree. And she will take where is it? That's not the one. We don't want that. Shoot, where is it? I mean, for the sake of drama,
Mm-hmm.
Sunflower casts Witch Bolt back at her.
Excellent.
Very Harry
Anything
Potter
you
with
can
like
do,
the
I can do
colors.
better.
Yeah.
And Ophelia will take, this hit. I mean, 27, great roll, and like recoil at it and be like, yes, that's it. Kind of in like that Sith Lord sort of happy that you're fighting back sort of way. Now, for the rest of you, what is your initiative modifier?
0.
0?
5.
5?
Is that like a 1 minute or just 1? Because that's sad.
No. I think mine's is 4, but I'm double checking right now. My character sheet is just being.
No worries.
It is 4.
Okay. So in between Sunflower and Ophelia, we're going to go Morticia, Drasus, Kiro. Each of you can do an action to support Sunflower, to push like something that you think would help her defend, or
Okay.
something that you would think would help her give in. Your choice as to how you want to help Sunflower, depending on how you view what's happening right now.
Can you give us another, like, just paint another picture in my mind as to like what we're experiencing? Like, is there any indication outside of like, obviously you said like there's like the electricity happening and stuff like that. Is there an indication
Anything
that
that-
there's actually a fight going on in her head?
Anything that Leona says is audible.
Oh,
As soon as the witch bolt hit, anything that Leona says becomes audible.
interesting. Okay, perfect.
So we only hear one side of this. Then.
Correct.
Okay. I got it. Okay.
Okay.
So how do you want to help your friend?
I'm gonna sing.
Love it.
Is a cantrip a full action?
Technically, yes.
Okay, we're not gonna do that then. So I have Jack of All, or I have Song of Rest. Anybody who hears my performance can regain hit points at the end of the. Oh, this is never mind. I didn't read the whole thing.
No, it's fine. You can sing a song. It's perfectly fine. What we'll do is we will maintain it and kind of just break it up into chunks.
Okay.
So,
because normally you have to spend a hit die to regain health, plus an extra 1d6. Because my song is just so. But like, so nobody's ever heard Morticia sing. There's probably a reason, but like, inspired by these old dudes coming back, everything's kind of come to life. There's so much magic in the air, quite literally. I think song is probably like an old fae, like cultural aspect of their lives. They all just kind of like sing together. So I hope this doesn't get us like copyrighted, but Morty is gonna sing, "Come on, Sunflower, you can do it!" Oh god, I'm losing the thread of it. You're the very best, like no one ever was. To fight yourself is your real test. To train yourself is your cause. Sunflower, gotta catch yourself. You got it, Sunflower.
I love it. Go ahead and roll, Sunflower. Go ahead and roll the 1d8 hit die for the cleric, so the higher, and plus 1d6, and you'll get, we'll say 2 points per round that it's maintained.
Sunflower.
Is that the total of 5?
Yeah,
And
we'll
now-
round it up to 6. So
Okay.
you'll get 2 points this round.
Okay.
Then if Morticia
maintain
maintains it for
concentration.
2 more rounds, you'll get 2 more points each round. Okay?
Okay, so 2 hit points each round.
Yep.
And they're just temp HP, right? Okay.
They can refill whatever HP you've lost, so
Okay.
temp or
right.
actual.
Well, we'll add them to temp then. 7.
Okay. And if anybody else is hurt from the earlier battles, you will gain these hit points as well in the same manner.
As long as you're listening to the beautiful song.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
If you put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 la, then no, you don't. All right.
Doesn't count.
Morticia, I'm trying to concentrate.
So am I!
It's hilarious. So next would be Drasus. It doesn't
Okay.
necessarily have to be mechanical. It can be role play assistance.
Okay. And I think Drasus will just go over to Sunflower. He'll put both of his hands on her shoulder, lean up close to her ear, and he says, "Remember what I said, kid. Get to choose who you want to be now. None of that passion matters at all. Who you are now is who you want to be." Drasus doesn't really have any spells or anything
No,
like that to
that's
help
perfect.
you, so that's all I got.
That is perfect. Consider yourself to have advantage on your next roll. Kiro.
Yeah, I think Kiro is going to kind of also lay a hand on Sunflower's shoulder and use guidance and say, like Drasus said, you are who you choose to be. If you can hear me, breathe. And he'll take a deep breath in. Like you showed me, you're in control.
I think Sunflower's eyes are very much lost. Like it's like she's like lost and like looking somewhere off in the distance, and there's still the lightning in her eyes. But I think she can hear you both, and she can hear you both, and she can feel you both, even though she has to see Ophelia in front of her. And so I do think she starts breathing. I think you get just the jerkiest nod of like, yes, I hear you both.
And it's Ophelia's action. And Ophelia will maintain the witch bolt because that's just kind of who she is. And say, give in to that power you know you want to.
And Sunflower will grit her teeth, and she will say, no, that's not what we're doing. It doesn't have to be that way. What happened to you? Something happened to you. You weren't just tricked. There's no way. You're so damn smart. Smarter than me. There's no way you were just fooled into this. I refuse to believe it. You got greedy, I bet. Something happened. Something that you're not telling me. The war ended, did it not? And what happened to you then?
There are always battles to fight if you look for them. You can always wield power if you want to.
You're just looking for another damn fight. And I don't think it has to be that way. And is that the roll to hit, or is that the damage?
That's so with the maintain. Do they have to hit again? I thought it just.
No. I'm pretty sure it's just the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 17 damage. That's the nice part about Witch Bolt is you don't have to roll to hit again.
I'm trying to channel my best Emperor Palpatine. I don't know.
It's great. It's
Good
great.
vibes, yeah.
Good vibes. I'm trying to decide if Sunflower decides to switch it up. Because I think in lieu of Witch Bolt, she may. Yes. I'm going to. I think she switches it up. I think she's going to try a different approach. And she is going to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
And Ophelia will need to make a dex save.
Okay. And I am going to give her disadvantage. Because you can't put advantage on this.
Yes, true.
Drasus, so I'm giving her disadvantage, and she fails. Do me a favor and roll an additional 2d8.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, maybe we could use the other.
Yeah, so what this elicits, though, is going to be a concentration check. Oh, and she makes that quite well. But she reacts to it a lot more than the Witch Bolt. Something about the Sacred Flame has impacted her in a way that Witch Bolt, even though it was like mechanically less damage, it's clearly more I don't know, it shakes her in some way. That's not who we are.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if that's not who we are. It's who I choose us to be. We don't have to just be what we are.
You cannot run from your past.
Who said I'm running? Are you running?
I'm running toward the future, toward a future of power.
You're delusional. You're absolutely nuts. This is... No. If you do that, you'll just be repeating yourself over and over again for all of eternity. What's going to come of that?
Morticia, are you maintaining your song?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Do me a favor, give me a performance check.
Yeah.
Our DC is 16.
Oh, wow, I don't have proficiency like I thought I did. I've got like half proficiency.
Do you have guidance?
I should have guidance. I should have at least one from last time.
Okay.
And maybe another one that I'll just give myself right now. Hold on. Let me
Let's roll the guidance and see what comes up.
Okay. That's just a D4.
We're doubling it, so that'll work.
Yes. She
Sun-
sneezes a few times, so like the song's a little rougher than it could be.
What you will, anyone that's paying attention or has a really high passive perception, as in not really high, like 14 or better,
Oh, okay.
you will notice that the shadows are starting to move like backup singers around Morticia, and there is, I don't want to say an echo, but there is a resonance of the song in this room
No,
that makes it fuller and more impactful. So
be sunflower is
sunflower, you'll take 2 more health back and a d6 worth of health back.
Hey.
All right, another 7.
Oh, and you are hearing this song for sure.
I don't think there's any way I could miss it at this point.
Yeah. No, like sunflower, like everything else kind of disappeared, but this song starts to break through.
It's my destiny.
So
I'll be your friend and you'll be my friend, sunflower.
It's so
Loving
good. It's just such a beautiful little anchor for her to like latch onto. It's like
And-
almost like clawing her back to reality, and I love it.
Drasus, what do you add?
I'm curious,
Mm-hmm.
DM, if I could somehow, talk with Sunflower and give her my 1 charge of Hunter's Mark.
Ooh.
Just pass that along. Like, if you just focus hard enough.
Yeah, let's go ahead and what skill would you like to use in order to pass it along?
I'd like to use survival.
Okay. Roll survival and add an additional +4 for the power of friendship.
Yes.
Due to the success and amazingness of the song, all guidance is an automatic +4 from here until the song ends.
A 29.
Yes.
Oh my word.
So, go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Let's see.
And you will, Sunflower, you will have Hunter's Mark on Ophelia at this point, and add additional 3 points of damage to anything that you do. Anything that you do to Ophelia. So
Is that just for the next round, or?
until Ophelia drops, or until
Something
Drasus
breaks my concentration.
Yeah, something breaks Drasus's concentration.
Okay. I'm just tossing this in roll 20 so I can keep up with everything that's going on.
No, it's perfect. Vincent.
So, very clearly, Ophelia is fighting someone
Mm-hmm.
in their soul or their mind.
Mm-hmm.
If I cast Fairy Fire,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire, and you can tell me if this works or not. But I'm casting it. I'm kind of just running out of ideas. But with this idea of using this magic that I have, drawing this like energy through the ground and the earth, my cane and this crown that I turned into a necklace, and focus all of that like Fey energy on just Ophelia, with the goal of seeing if I can see the 2 parts of her that are fighting.
What skill would you like to use to try and channel this into her mind, so to speak?
Sure.
So we're going to do something similar to what we did with Dracis.
Yeah. I feel like, could it be perception, as like that's the goal, right? Is to try to find these different pieces.
Sure. And you would gain. Did you add the additional +4?
I didn't. So that'll be 23. I don't know why.
Oh, absolutely.
Twice, but
yeah, that works. So yeah, you will cast it, and I'm going to take a little bit of liberty here and build off of the last thing that you did.
Yeah.
And as you are breathing, you exhale fairy fire. Mm-hmm. And Sunflower inhales the fairy fire. And it envelops Ophelia. What does that grant Sunflower?
Fairy fire. I believe it's advantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any attack has advantage. And I will say, as I do that, I'll say it's not about the power. It's about how you wield it, what you do with it. That's the mistake I've made. You don't have to be that.
Can Ophelia hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because if Ophelia didn't, Sunflower was going to repeat it verbatim.
Yeah, kind of that voice kind of comes into that space, and you can hear it, and you see Ophelia kind of looking around. What's this?
You see, Ophelia, I think I have something that you didn't have. I'm not alone.
Love it. Ophelia is going to, at this point, lash out. I would like you to make a Constitution save. DC 17.
Is it something I can interrupt with counterspell?
I believe so. It's Finger of Death.
Jesus, I don't even know what that is.
That's
heard of it.
And I built our character sheet.
I have killed PCs with that spell.
Ooh, counterspell that, friend.
All right, we are counterspelling that at 4th heckin' level. Actually, 5th. Yeah, 5th level. Well, 4th. We'll try 4th. I don't know what level it is.
It is a 7th level spell.
Yikes. Okay. So we should make it a 5th level counterspell. Then.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Wait. If I cast a spell using a slot at 4th level or higher, the interrupted spell has no effect if its level is less than or equal to the level of spell slot you use.
So, like, you would need a level 7 counterspell to counter it?
Seems that way?
That sounds right, unfortunately.
You should be able to roll for stuff that's higher.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought with counterspell. You should be able to.
If it is casting a spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Okay. Yep. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So it's this DC 17.
Mm-hmm.
And the ability check is using my spellcasting ability.
And you can use either of your guidance. Or both, if you need
I will probably use both on this. Okay, so it is Is it this comes from sorcerer, so it's the sorcerer. Is it the sorcerer spell attack roll? I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the thing. Did you do the thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Without
my!
needing to cast guidance.
Oh!
She responds with that kind of like frustrated yell that they, bending at the waist with the arms kind of back. You are not strong enough to withstand me.
Do you want to bet? And I'm just gonna make sure that I actually cast a thing at 5th level. So that has been done. Boom. I am of two minds as to what my next action is going to be, because on the one hand, I would like to use lightning bolt, as that is something that this robe that Tekwar has given me gives me access to. But at the same time, part of me wants to cast healing on Ophelia.
Which one do you feel like is going to best fit who Sunflower wishes to be?
Definitely the healing.
Healing.
Ophelia, heal thyself is what we're going for here. All right.
Okay.
All right. Where is it? Let me find the one that is. All right. Two things are going to happen. As a bonus action, I am going to cast Sanctuary upon myself.
Okay.
As a sort of protection maneuver. So there is that, and I don't know. Yes, and I think so. The next time that Ophelia tries to attack me, she will have a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw that she will need to cast.
Okay.
So I'm doing that to protect myself, and then I am going to run forwards to cast Cure Wounds, which has a range of touch. And I am okay with that. Because I'm going to run forward and hug her.
Love it.
For 18 points of healing.
You can. I will let you expend one of your guidance, the one from Kiro, and it's maxed. Remember, because of the song.
Yes.
So it's a 4, and you can add up to 4 spell levels of slots, and to basically double it if you add all 4, or roll 1d or roll that many d8 to increase it. But you'll have to spend the slots.
I will spend the slots. Just tell me what to do. What am I rolling to do this?
So
There was a lot of words.
So so you can spend up to 4 levels worth of slots. So 2 seconds, a third, and a first, 4 firsts, whatever you choose, and then roll that many up to 4d8. So however many slots you spend is how many d8 you'll roll, and you add that to that 18.
Okay, let's see how many slots I have left. Not a whole lot. Okay. You said 4 slots?
Yeah, up to 4 slots.
So if I burn 4 first level slots, that would work?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to burn 4 first level slots, and I'm going to roll /R4d8. 22.
Nice.
So a total of 40. Excellent. Now, before we do the resolution on this, I'm going to go around with those helping. You'll hear Sunflower yell, Ophelia, heal thyself.
Oh.
Do you, like, you have the opportunity to respond and to do something.
I am going to, in spite of my better judgment, or not better judgment, in spite of who Vincent is, trust that Ophelia, or that Sunflower knows what she's doing, and I'm going to cast a 4th level healing word to just try to send that.
Aww.
Okay.
Send that in as well.
Okay. Roll it.
Healing word is 1d4. Put it in, so at 4th level. Rolled like garbage, but that's 13 extra healing.
Okay.
It all counts.
Okay. That's how you're helping. I might just cast another guidance on you in the middle of my song, since that doesn't require me to break my concentration.
Okay.
So I can now cast guidance as a cantrip.
Okay.
You got this! You're gonna be the very best that no one ever was!
With that, if you have any spell slots left, Sunflower, you can spend up to another 4 and add that
Ooh,
many
dang.
D8.
Oh, dang.
Let's see how many we got left, y'all. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Nice.
That might be all of my spell slots, but I have.
Well,
ways
it's
to get-
levels of them, so if it's higher than a 1, it counts as multiples.
Whoops! I don't even know what I clicked anymore.
Live.
I mean, I think 2 of them are 2nd level, so I'll just spend those 2 because then I
Okay.
think I went 3 and 4 like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll just spend the 2 2nd level ones.
Yep.
Okay.
And so now you can roll another 48.
Yes.
23, nice.
Yeah. For what,
Dang.
36 now?
No, that's 63
I can't
plus
math.
Look at the math.
13, 76. 76 so far.
Oh my gosh.
We better hope this works.
Right? Otherwise, we just fucked ourselves.
Otherwise, I'm a melted little robot.
Drasus,
Yes, hello.
what would you like to contribute?
I have an idea, provided this is okay with Leona. I think Drasus would pick Sunflower up. Because if Sunflower's just standing there in the middle of the room, we kind of all sitting or like standing around Sunflower. I think Drasus would pick Sunflower up and put Sunflower back onto the chair that Sunflower was on and say, everyone sit, because Sunflower is officially part of the group, and this Ophelia person is whoever Sunflower wants them to be.
Damn.
Sunflower is part of us.
Like it.
I love it.
you had, in the dice that you had rolled, Leona, 2 of them were 1s. So roll 2d8 again to re-roll those.
Okay.
So that'll add another 5. So that puts us at 81.
Oh my goodness.
Now, they failed their save. Okay. So this is basically going to be against a self-inflicted wound.
Okay.
And that self-inflicted wound is going to take the form of the damage from the psychic scream that they can cast. So that's why I rolled the save to see if I would have it or not, which I'm not. And if you were higher than the number, which you ended up being, you succeed.
Whew. Nice.
You have healed yourself, which means you have your memory again. It's a lot to take in, and because of that, it may take you a little while to parse through it all. But Ophelia and Sunflower are one.
Oh.
I think as all of this happens, as Drastus puts her into the chair, as it all kind of just like accumulates into this one last thing, it's almost perfect timing because Sunflower just kind of crumples a little bit, and like you can see that like her body is like heaving. You can see that her pupils are dilated, and maybe there's no more lightning, but you can see that something is kind of still happening to her. And as everything comes flooding back after a moment or two, she kind of blinks and sits up very slowly, kind of like puts a hand on her head. She looks around at everyone. She says, "Well, that was a lot. I'm not okay, but I will be. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all."
Yeah. Did you hear my song?
I heard everything.
Good. I wrote it just for you.
It's beautiful.
Glad you're here, friend.
As am I.
Do you feel whole?
I have never felt this whole in my entire existence. As a human, as a soul-bound, once in my life, it feels like there's a balance in the universe. I've made a lot of mistakes. That Ophelia was my past. She was a powerful war mage. She was heartless. But you were right, Drassus, Kiro. I'm forgetting B's character's name because I'm all emotional. Morticia. I get to choose who I am. Just because Ophelia was hungry for all the power in the world doesn't mean that I have to be. I've seen so much in the time since I woke up. Not remembering who I was taught me so much. I don't want to be who she was. I want to be better. All of you taught me that.
Yay.
I think all of us have learned a lot more than I thought we would when we met at that tavern.
I agree.
And Sunflower, you showed us a lot of that as well. So thank you, and I couldn't be more happy to figure out who we all are going to be together.
She'll reach out her hand to just squeeze yours, and she'll do the same for Morty if Morty wants a hand squeeze, and she'll do the same for Drassus if Drassus also wants a hand squeeze. I don't know if Drassus is the kind of guy, but there we go. Aww. And if Tekwar is still there, I think she'll turn to Tekwar and she'll just say, "Thank you."
Of course.
I don't know if you remember that moment in the, what was it, mine, crypt, mausoleum, something? But I feel like you were as much of a part of this journey as my friends were, Tekwar.
There are connections that echo across the ages. Don't forget that.
I won't.
And on that moment, we're going to wrap this session. And you can join us next week as we finish our goodbyes to the Eightfold Forge in Tekwar. And Morticia has a decision to make about the gift that they were granted.
That was perfect.
Yes!
If this was a movie, the credits would be rolling. Thanks everybody for watching. Y'all, that was awesome. Y'all are amazing. So tell people where they can find you. Leona.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hello. My name is Leona. You can find me on Twitter at the Leona Maple. Ooh, goodness gracious. This has just been incredible. Absolutely incredible. I have no words. You can find me tonight playing the other flower. I'm playing a little root leshy named Dahlia tonight over on Weave the Tale. And they are also on their own kind of coming of age sort of little adventure into the Stormland. So catch us tonight before we go on our little season break. And other than that, please just follow me on Twitter to learn about what on earth I'm doing next, because that's all I got. I'm toast, y'all.
B.
Hello all, I've been your non-binary Busy Bee. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I'm a podcaster, host of Anime Attaché with the fabulous Steven and his partner Kelsey. I do other things for podcasting, probably, I don't know what. I'm also a Twitch streamer. What do I do? Who knows? Follow me on Twitter to figure it out. I write stuff. I'm the community manager for D&D Adventures League, and right now I'm taking commissions. If you want your Twitch clips turned into a GIF, let me know. Price starts at $10, and I will do as many as I can do in 30 minutes for $10.
GIF a gift. Gift a GIF.
Gift to gift.
Gift to gift.
Prince.
Or you could say gift to GIF, and then it's all
you're fired.
Yeah, I was saying gross.
I think if you go with the really soft G, the HIF, gift a HIF.
No, that's worse than GIF.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. Thanks, Steven.
You're welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. I'm a TTRPG/variety streamer. Next thing you can catch me on is probably tomorrow for happy hour over on my channel. We're going to be talking some DM tips to starting your own campaign. I might have a special guest over. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Then on Saturday, you can catch me twice, actually. Once on Vancouver by Night at 6 p.m. as Seneschal Ja Cato of the Camarilla for Vampire the Masquerade. And then you can catch me over on my sister station, Rolling These 20s, as the storyteller, Vampire the Masquerade Philly by Night. And then don't forget, on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I am the story or DM for D&D campaign called Wayward Revelry. It is a WoW Beyond the Witchlight campaign, so do join us for some Fae shenanigans. There's more stuff to come. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter, and you'll see everything that I have coming up.
And Chris.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. Come back next week. See how all this wraps up. It's going to be great. And then check out at Omens Rising. Hopefully here things are taking a little longer than we like, but we've got some things brewing in the background, and we'll hopefully have some announcements relatively soon, including Omens Rising is heavily influenced by JRPGs, and as part of that, every good JRPG has mini games involved. And we will be putting out our first mini game on itch for y'all to be able to incorporate into any sort of game if you want. So look for that coming soon.
Awesome. And I'm Steven. You can find me at _BadDM, doing all sorts of stuff at the Faeforge Academy, as well as doing anime attaché with B, where we talk about anime because I don't know anything about it and B knows a lot about it, and my partner Kelsey also doesn't know anything about it. So that's what we do. We just talk about different shows. And we have a new episode of the podcast tomorrow. We have a special guest who's joining us. If you've been following along with our podcast, there's some big stuff that's happening. Multiplanar things, dragons, necromancers, all sorts of good stuff, everything that you want to learn about at school. And if you've been enjoying this is all set in the same world. The things that are happening in this campaign that we've been doing for the Reclamation project will affect the podcast, as well as the other campaigns that we've done that are all on YouTube right now, which B and Prince have also been in another one. They were in a Sky Pirates campaign, which was super fun and shenanigan-y as well. And with that, we're going to go raid Omnis X, who's playing some Hollow Knight. So give them a lot of love. Be kind to yourself today. And thanks for being here. We appreciate y'all. We're going to go to our ending screen. Stay on to join the raid, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.